Hey y'all, it's Chuck again. Today I'm in my favorite spot. I've been debating on whether to film this or not, because I hate to give away my favorite spot. But it looks like the traveling across America door dashing is on hold for a little while maybe. I was actually never going to do it myself. I might have pitched in a little bit, but my son liked the idea and thought he would do it, but he's got some other stuff going on right now. So the traveling part's on hold for now. I think I'll keep adding content to this channel just for fun and just to have my adventures documented. If for nobody else, just for the enjoyment of my family members. But anyway, here we are in my honey hole. The little sort of country town of Callahan, Florida. Callahan is just, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 miles down the road. You hit the Jacksonville, Florida city limits, and about 15 miles north you cross into the state of Georgia. Right down the road to the east is Yulee, Florida, which is a way bigger and busier town. And Yulee, I'll dash in Yulee some. Yulee and Amelia Island, Fernandina Beach, beautiful area. They're all in the same zone. Callahan, Florida is actually at the very tip of the North Jacksonville zone. It's called Florida Jacks / North Side, and Callahan is in that zone. Here's the deal. Here's the secret. This spot's pretty unique. There's a high school half a mile from here. I'm sitting in the McDonald's parking lot, if you couldn't tell. There's a high school right over here, and at 11 o'clock every day on school days, their lunches start, and they start ordering DoorDash and Uber Eats. And I run both apps. So without the high school, Callahan would be dead as far as DoorDash and Uber Eats go. You couldn't make a living. It wouldn't be worth your time to dash in Callahan, I don't think. But from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., my phone is just lit up with orders, most of them stacked orders. There are so many orders. Just as fast as I can drive half a mile and back. About 90% of the orders come from McDonald's. You get the occasional Subway or Taco Bell, but mostly it's high school kids ordering McDonald's from 11 to 12:30, and just as fast as you can drive 1 mile, half a mile there, half a mile back. As a matter of fact, almost always you drive half a mile there to drop off your order, and as you're walking out the door of the high school, you get another order. And so it's just, for an hour and a half, it's just back and forth. You can get in, 10 or 15 deliveries in an hour and a half. Usually they're not very high paying orders because it's high school kids, but they still all wind up being $7, $8, $9, $10 a mile because it's only half a mile. So anyway, it's a really sweet spot. I don't know if there are many like it in the United States. I'm sure there are some, but you would need a concentration of a lot of people who are unable to leave the building where they are, like high school students. Maybe a factory somewhere where the workers can't leave, but they can order food, or a construction site or something. But the other ingredient is it would need to be really close to where all the fast food joints are. And this is just perfect. It's half a mile. Every order is half a mile. So it's just really easy money. But unfortunately, it's the 2nd of May, and school will be over for the year soon. And then I'm going to have to go somewhere else to dash until school starts in the fall. I'll probably mostly dash in Kingsland, Georgia. That's the closest town to me. I live in the middle of nowhere. That's the closest town to me, that's busy. I've dashed in Kingsland quite a few times, and it keeps me busy, and I make decent money. But anyway, here we are in Callahan. I just did one shopping order, forgot to take a screenshot. It was a Dollar General shopping order to a sweet old lady. It was really easy, mostly ice cream, but got that knocked out. It paid me $11.25. I don't know, it was maybe a mile from Dollar General to her house. But I got here way early. I know that the lunch rush doesn't start until 11, but sometimes I get some good shopping orders, Dollar General and Winn-Dixie, and so I'll come early. I got nothing better to do anyway. I'm retired. But here we are, Callahan, Florida. I'll let you know when I get my next order. Sorry, DoorDash, I'm not driving 9 miles for $6. Nope. All right, here we go, more garbage. $11.50 for 12.5 miles. I'm not doing it. Can't do it. All right, y'all see that? Oh, stacked order just came in for Walgreens and McDonald's. I'm sitting in the McDonald's parking lot. This is not a shopping order at Walgreens. When it says Walgreens front end, that means you just go in and pick it up at the photo department, whatever it is. So I'm going to shoot right across the street to Walgreens and pick up something, and then come back to McDonald's, pick up some food, go, what did it say, 9.6 miles. I normally don't take orders going that far, but they offered me $12.50, so we'll go ahead and take that one. Excuse me. I'm not sure. I might have been going in the wrong one. Well, nobody at the photo counter.
Hi, how can I help you?
Oh, there you are. I got a DoorDash pickup.
What's the last name?
It's Shelly Davis.
Okay.
All right, here we go, picking up the second half of this order from McDonald's. Hope it's ready. Oh, 2 different customers. Hey,
And the other one?
I think I've just got one.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, okay. So I'm dropping off McDonald's at the high school, which I love, and then I'm taking Walgreens 9 miles, which I don't love. Here we are, West Nassau County High School, half a mile from McDonald's.
Fasten driver's seat belt.
Okay, it's 10 minutes till 11. All hell's about to break loose with these lunch orders. I need to hurry up and get this Walgreens dropped off so I can get in on the easy money lunch rush. That's a really cool looking mobile home.
Sorry, the person you were trying to reach has...
at the front door. You see that? They tricked me into taking that order. I thought it was just a Walgreens order going 9 miles, paying $12.50. But they stuck that McDonald's order in there. All right, I'm going to accept that because all those miles are just going back to McDonald's. I can't believe they sent me a McDonald's. I guarantee you that's an order going to the high school, because it's 9 miles to McDonald's, and that was for 9.2 miles or something. Oh crap, I didn't take a screenshot. All right, good. I'm glad I got that little McDonald's order. Oh, wow. I can't believe I got it this far away from McDonald's. Guarantee it's a high school drop-off. All right, I hope you can see my phone. Like I said, I forgot to screenshot it, but let's see if this is a high school order. Let's see if it's going to Warrior Drive. I bet it is. Yep, Morgan, I've delivered to her before. 1 Warrior Drive going to the high school. All right, those are my 2 right there. All right, that got a little crazy there for a second. So when I do this lunch rush in Callahan for all the high school people, students and faculty order, I know I'm not supposed to do it, but a lot of times I'll keep DoorDash and Uber Eats open and run them at the same time. I just picked up a DoorDash order and an Uber Eats order at McDonald's. They're both going to the high school. But I was tripping there for a minute. I thought for sure I saw my Uber Eats order all bagged up and ready to go. And then they handed me 2 bags, but those 2 bags were the one DoorDash order. It took 2 bags because of all the drinks they ordered. And it turns out the Uber Eats order was not quite ready yet. So I was tripping. I thought for sure I saw...
Fasten driver seatbelt.
I saw the order number on the bag all taped up ready to go, but I guess I was wrong. But anyway, here you go. 1 McDonald's order, 1 Uber Eats order, both going half a mile. Man, this is easy money. Got to keep my head on a swivel to make sure I don't run over any students. I've asked them not to park that bus right there because it creates a blind spot. I can just see some student darting out in front of that bus and getting run over. I don't think it's smart to have it sitting there, but they ain't listening to me. So, I don't know. Is it wrong to film inside a school? I don't know. I'm going to do it this one time. This is how all the orders are. You just drop them on a table in the lobby and take a picture. Thank you very much. Here's how it usually happens, and it just happened. I'm walking out the door of the high school, just dropped off kind of a multi-app stack, an Uber Eats and a McDonald's, both going to high school students, both from McDonald's, half a mile. Walking out the door of the high school, bam, here comes another order. What's this? What does that say? $5.50. And I'm going right back to McDonald's and then coming right back to the high school with it. So I'm driving a total of 1 mile for $5.50. This is just, man, I hope no other Dashers ever discover Callahan. By the way, the way I discovered Callahan, it never would have occurred to me to drive down to Callahan to DoorDash. I live in the middle of nowhere, so I have to drive to some town to DoorDash, but I never would have really considered Callahan. But one day I picked up a couple of Uber passengers in Kingsland, Georgia, who wanted to go to Callahan, Florida. So I dropped them off in Callahan. And so while I was here in Callahan, I decided, why not go ahead and do some door dashing in Callahan? So I did, and I discovered this amazing honey hole where every order goes half a mile. The orders come in just as fast as you can pick them up and drive half a mile. It's a great spot. I love it. Unfortunately, it only lasts for an hour and a half every day, and it's only on school days. All right, folks, here I go back to the high school. Watch this. You can take the whole trip with me. Just pulled out of McDonald's parking lot. Heading down, they call it First Avenue right here in town, but it's US Highway 301. There's the sign right there. 301, take it all the way to Tampa. And probably even maybe further than that. I don't know. But here we go. Turning left onto Warrior Drive, where all the orders go. And here's the high school. Ah! Man, this is easy money.
Please fasten driver seat belt.
Easy money. I love this little dashing spot. Good thing I don't have any subscribers. Much. I'm not worried that many people will watch this video and discover my honey hole. On the table in the lobby. Okay. I wish I would get more stacked orders, but once again, as I'm walking out the door of the high school, I get another order. And so I'm just going right back to McDonald's and then coming right back to the high school. Man, I wish they would stack one on while I'm driving. Come on, DoorDash. Come on, high school kids, aren't you hungry? Look at that, $5 to drive a total of 1 mile. Okay, Uber Eats says that this trip is 0.6 of a mile, and DoorDash says it's 0.7, but it's basically half a mile. So I'm about to make a 1 mile round trip for $5. That's awesome. This is so cool. All right, here we go, right back to McDonald's. Highway 301. By the way, up ahead, that traffic light, that's the intersection of US Highway 301 and US Highway 1. Oh, and if you go straight, you're on A1A. I think this is the very beginning of A1A, and it ends in Key West. All right, and right back into McDonald's. Here we go. E58. Hey, you gonna look for yourself on my YouTube channel? You're gonna be on there. This is a weird thing.
Head southwest toward First Avenue.
A weird thing that happens here sometimes. There are several different addresses on Warrior Drive that are all the high school. So the most common one is 1 Warrior Drive. That's where most of them go. But some of them, like this one right here, this is going to 2013 Warrior Drive. Now, very first time, I've done this 1,000 times, so it doesn't trick me anymore, but the very first time or two that this happened, I'm riding up and down Warrior Drive looking for this address. But then after just 1 or 2 of these weird addresses, I noticed that there were instructions. Are there instructions here? Okay, this one doesn't have instructions, but I was seeing these weird addresses on Warrior Drive, and the instructions still said leave on the white table at the front office. So I knew that they were also going to the high school. So now, if I get any order that's being delivered to any house number on Warrior Drive, I just take it to the high school. I mean, there are a few little mobile homes across the street from the high school, but so far I've never been wrong. If it says it's on Warrior Drive, I'll drop it off in the high school, and I've never had a complaint. Now, one of these days, one of these people across the street might order something, and I'm going to leave their order at the high school, which would be a disaster, but anyway, it's never happened yet. Okay, just got another order dropped off at the high school. Oddly, it's 11:49, and I don't have an order right now, which is strange. Usually they're just back to back. That's weird. They're making some kind of a announcement on the PA system there at the high school. I can hear them, and they were saying something about your lunch period. So I don't know, maybe there's something unusual going on. Come on, DoorDash, I need an order. Give me something. Come on, Uber Eats. I'm ready. Occasionally, there is a slow day. And at first I thought it was Wednesdays, because I had a couple of kind of slow Wednesdays. But then I've had some busy Wednesdays, and occasionally a different day of the week slow. And I think my wife figured out what causes that. It's probably like pizza day in the cafeteria, and so the kids like the pizza, and so they don't order DoorDash. That's my theory, my wife's idea. I bet that's it. I bet on the rare days when the high school lunch rush is slow, I bet it's because they're serving something that the students like in the cafeteria. All right, I guess we'll just sit for a minute in the McDonald's parking lot. It feels like all the orders are like paying like $1 more than they normally do. I'm getting a lot of $4.50 orders instead of $3.50 orders. I wonder if there's $1 peak pay or something. I know my best day ever, I made $113 on DoorDash at the lunch rush one day, and there was $2 peak pay, and I don't know if I even realized it at the time. But I wonder, can I check it right now? Is there peak pay? No peak pay. I guess people are just being generous. Awesome. Here we go. Pulling into the high school.
Driver seat belt.
$4.50 for half a mile. That's $9 a mile. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. You know what I just realized? So I've put 26 miles on the car today since I arrived in Callahan. 26 miles door dashing and Ubering. And we've made 50 bucks or something. And I just realized that mileage is a little high. Usually, a lot of times I'll do the lunch rush in Callahan, Florida, and put 10 miles on my car and make 10 deliveries. But I took that one order going 9.5 miles out into the boondocks, and I just realized that DoorDash tricked me into taking that. That was a Walgreens order that I had already declined. In fact, I've got it on video. Took a screenshot too. They offered me $6.50 to go 9.5 miles, and I said, no, I'm not taking that. Well, it came back 30 minutes later, 45 minutes later, as a stack with McDonald's for $12.50 going 9.5 miles. And I said, okay, I'll take $12.50 for 9.5 miles. But I could have just taken the $6 half a mile trip and declined the, or I could have unassigned the Walgreens going 9.5 miles. But anyway, it's no big deal. It was a slow time of day. I made it back just in time for the lunch rush. Just starts at 11, and I was back. Already had an order to pick up at McDonald's by 5 minutes after 11, so it worked out okay. But that's an extra 18 miles on the car that I normally wouldn't drive when I'm dashing in Callahan. All right, come on, give me another order. Here it is. Oh, Pizza Hut. And yep, that's a high school order. Let me take that screenshot. I'll accept. And let's go to Pizza Hut. Don't need navigation. I know my little shortcuts around Callahan to avoid US 1. And that traffic light at the intersection of 301 and US 1 is awful. It stays red forever. So I've got all my little shortcuts to avoid the traffic lights. See, I'm having to cross US 1 to get to Pizza Hut, but I didn't go to that intersection right there with the traffic light. I took the back roads, sneaking around the back roads to Pizza Hut. Okay, got the Pizza Hut order picked up. Got my phone in my pocket. I assume it's going to the high school. I'm pretty sure I've delivered to this name before. Yep, one more year drive, going to the high school. All right, here's another little shortcut. I don't know if it saves time, probably not, because I have to make several turns here. But you avoid that traffic light, that horrible traffic light. Which way are you turning, buddy? How about a turn signal? Because I'm going whichever way you don't go. Got to wind around this little elementary school. Here it is. All right, this is 3rd Avenue. And I can't remember what's the name of this street. Is this Booth or Mickler? Mickler. All right, turn right on Mickler, and instead of turning left on 3rd, I'm going to go up to 2nd, and that'll take me right to the front door of the high school. There's the high school right there. This will take me right to the entrance of the driveway. By the way, Pizza Hut order. I've got a pizza bag, but what's the point? I'm about to set this pizza down on a table and leave it there, where it will proceed to get cold for, well, let's see, it's 12:09. This next lunch period starts at 12:40. So this pizza is going to be sitting on the table for half an hour. So why would I put it in a pizza bag for the 3-minute drive over here? That's amazing. It never seems to fail. I'm stepping out of the door of the high school, and here comes another order. I'm paying over $5.50 to go half a mile. $11 a mile. Man, I love this place. I've seen a couple of dashers and Uber Eats drivers today and yesterday that I've never seen before. I don't like people finding out about my honey hole. Oh, and also, where's my friend Christy? I got a little DoorDash friend that I met here at McDonald's in Callahan. She's usually here every day, but no Christy today. Of course, she's. Hey y'all. So I think my GoPro battery died. I've been charging it in the car for a little while, but I accepted this shipped order for $11 and some change. I've only ever done one shipped order before. It was for $13, but later it went up to $18. The customer added a $5 tip, so I'm hoping maybe a tip gets added to this one after the fact. It'll be a little more than $11 and change. The item count was a little high. I can't remember now, but I think it's 24 items for $11. I normally wouldn't take an order like that, but Ship lets you look before you decide whether to accept it or not. They let you look at the list of items, and they tell you how many unique items it is. And the unique items, it was only like 11 items. So, you know, like they might have 6 bananas and that counts as 6 items. So I think it's going to be pretty easy. But then while I'm driving to Hilliard, it's the next little town north of Callahan. The Callahan lunch rush ended at 12:30, so I ended my dash and left town. And I turned on dash along the way to Hilliard, Florida. And Hilliard is a tiny town that only has 3 restaurants on DoorDash. Tiny town with perpetual peak pay, $3 peak pay always, 24 hours a day, every day. But anyway, up pops a Winn-Dixie shopping order on DoorDash and for Winn-Dixie and Hilliard, $19 to pick up 1 item. What? So I nearly broke my finger accepting that. I did take a screenshot, which you'll see right here. But anyway, here we go into Winn-Dixie to do a shipped order for 24 items and a DoorDash order for 1 item. Talk to you later.